Grimithy versus Luminous TM Evo? Charizard? Arvins? Oh, it's Pult. TM Evo Pult? All right, predictions up. Grimmon 2025? That's what I'm saying. Dude, Secret Box in hand, bro. If they don't start a Buddy Poffin, they start the Secret Box, bro. These rats, bro. So lucky. Ooh, the E-Switch? Okay. Big fan of the spice. Team Devo. So we're probably gonna what? Grab Evo. I don't know if we go Spikemuth or Artisan here. I'm actually not sure. We go like what? Oh, we go Poffin Evo. We maybe go Artisan just because we want more Monkey Dories, to be honest. That might be what we do here. Design up another Arvin. It does look like it's gonna go with the Spikemuth. I do kind of like the Artisan grab though, just because it does give Dreepy access to the other side, but just getting a bunch of Monkey Doors in play is just really good. Yeah. When are we getting chess clocks in PTCG? For this event. They added them for this event. Alright, there's the Poffin. So we're probably just gonna get double imp. I think we prize. I'm curious to know what the Frostlass line is. My assumption is that it's just a 2-2, but I think we did prize. What were the prize cards again? Let's take another look. 2 Iono, 2 Arvin. So it's TM Evo Dragapult. Oh no, this could be Pult Zard, I guess. It could be Pult Zard, yeah. Oh, it's Pult Blaziken. Oh, but of course. Wait, did he grab Spikemuth there? I actually wasn't even paying attention to that. Did he grab Artisan or Spikemuth? We don't have to not putting it in play seems fine. But I'm actually curious now, what would it... He ended up with Spikemuth, okay. Then I maybe would have put it in play, to be honest. All right, the Dragapult Blaziken. I feel like this is a matchup where the Blaziken is not very good, to be honest. Yeah, I feel like this is a matchup where the Blaziken's just kind of mid. It doesn't add a whole ton to... I mean, I guess you could just set up Monkey Dories more aggressively in situations, I guess, but... Or for Poffin Air Balloon. Blaziken for Dangos. Not really. It's just like another way to play the deck. It gives you like a form of energy acceleration to be able to build up your Pults quickly, and then also gives you energy acceleration to like build up Monkey Dories as well. I don't think Blaziken Pult is like it's not like a product of Dango. Was that a Dark Energy? Torchic's ready to go. Nope, just gonna go for the Badoo for 10. And then over to Mike. Mike does have that Team Evo in hand, so we can just go for a Team Evo this turn from Mike. There's not really too much else to do here, I don't think. Pretty slow turn there from Thomas, though. Pretty slow, though. Our Team Evo active. And I don't see a reason for Mike to do anything else besides Team Evo here. I wouldn't even play the Iono, I don't think. Spikemuth comes down. Could use that to set up double Morgrim. But I guess maybe you just want to cycle the deck. Because what are you going to get off the Arvin here? There's not that much to get off Arvin. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I think I would have liked to have seen Mike just play the Iono. Because we're going to play it next turn anyways. So we may as well be like further through our deck to potentially like play a Research next turn or another Iono or something like that. Wait, is this double Team Devo? I see a Team Devo in the deck. Is there a Team Devo in the hand? Or am I trolling? We do like thin out 2 cards here, but like we don't want to put the Air Balloon in play anyways because we want to keep that around, I think, as an option later probably. All right, going to the Spikemuth. I assume we're just going to grab a Morgrim here. I guess we could grab a Grimmsnarl in case we're scared of our stadium getting bumped. And I assume we're just going into the TM Evo here. Oh, it actually might be a double Devo list. We can't do that. You got Badooed. Oh, okay. All right. So Mike just misplay. Okay. All right. Mike might have played this differently if he had realized he was item locked. Okay. So definitely a mistake there from Mike. It is double Devo. It is a double Devo build. Okay. So here comes the Frostlass and the Morgrim then. Okay, sure. Yeah, Mike might have played Iono here, but he played it as if he could Candy Morgrim. So obviously that changed how he was sequencing his turn or playing out his turn. But still pretty good setup. And there's an argument to not Iono there. Like Thomas's turn was like pretty weak. So just play the Arven, get a couple more options. But the thing is, it's so likely that Mike is going to play the Iono next turn anyways. I feel like Mike should have just played the Iono. In fact, actually going back, I actually think Mike misplayed off the secret box. I think Mike misplayed grabbing Arven. What Mike should have done was grab Research and then have the option of Iono or Research going to the next turn based on how good Thomas's turn was. Because you know the Badoo's in the active there for Thomas, so you're going to get item locked next turn, which means Arven is always just like a really weak play anyways. So then you want the option of just being able to see more cards more aggressively. So Mike actually, I think, misplayed by getting Arven off of secret box. Mike should have gotten Research. Because you knew Arven was always going to be basically a dead card going to the next turn as Mike. But because Mike does play TM Devo, Mike can play this kind of weird, to be honest. There's like some weird plays that Mike can do. I'm curious to see how this next turn plays out. Secret Box, Candy, and Ultra Ball. You could Candy Blaziken here. It would cost a lot. I don't even know if that's worth it, to be honest. Goes for the Ultra Ball, it looks like. No Poffins. Honestly, that's like the big miss here from Thomas. Oh, there's a Poffin. I take it back. My bad. Secret Box should have been Research and Artisan. Yeah, I think I like that a little bit more, Throopy. I think I agree. And then I think maybe just aggressively should have played the Artisan. Well, maybe you didn't need to aggressively play the Artisan. But like, put Artisan and play this turn, get another Monkey Dory and play the Research. Yeah, I like that a little bit more. Because just getting Monkey Dories is just so high value in this matchup. Getting your Monkey Dory set up against any Pult deck is super high value. I think it's still an argument for the secret, for the Spikemuth, but I think I would have gone Artisan. I guess it also maybe depends on how many Artisan Mike plays. If he only plays one Artisan, maybe there's an argument to not do it. Definitely plays two Spikemuth. That's the thing that I would still like be torn between, but obviously the Research, I think, for sure. Okay, Frostlass damage. Hopefully they catch it. I assume they will. Into the Spikemuth immediately here from Mike. I assume the Grimmsnarl is going to be getting set up. Oh, maybe not. Are we just going for a Morgrim, actually? Maybe Mike is going to go for a TMD. I saw two Grimmsnarl in the deck and plays the Ursaluna, so I assume does not play the third Grimmsnarl. I think Mike might be just TM Devoing this turn then. We'll see. I'm very curious to see what Mike's turn looks like now. Ooh. So is committed, doesn't have the TM Devo, but is committed to not Grimmsnarling. Interesting. Frost damage, please. Yeah, they'll get there, hopefully. Yeah, and the Monkey Dory, though, as well. All right. Well, Mike noticed the Dracloak, but the Monkey Dory... I mean, I like getting this energy on the Monkey Dory. Maybe Mike didn't have enough energy in the deck for the Grimmsnarl, but... I definitely would like to see a Grimmsnarl attack here. We'll see. Okay, it is a whiff from Mike on the Grimmsnarl here. So we're not attacking with Grimmsnarl. I don't know. I just don't understand. Why wouldn't we... Maybe the only reason I can see was if there wasn't the energy in the deck. So Mike's playing it slow here. Just moves 30 over to the bench. Could have KO'd the Badoo, but it's choosing not to. This doesn't feel terrible for Mike, though, I will say. This doesn't feel terrible for sure. There's the pass. Could have Monkey Dory one more time there. Yeah, the Monkey Dory on the active should have 10 more damage. Aren't there two judges watching? Yep, there are. Broken game state, F. Yeah, honestly, double DQ probably at this point is warranted. Also, ban the judges. It should be a quad DQ. Both judges and both players get disqualified. Vessel coming in. With 10 on the monkey. There's supposed to be 10 more. think everyone watching should be banned. Honestly, that's reasonable. Invalid tournament, close everything. Yeah, full tournament restart. All right, Thomas gets a monkey door established. Then now into the research. There's that baby Petch. Found the secret box. Second Dracapult found as well. You should be banned for not calling TBCI about this. Honestly, fair. You're drinking yerba? No, it's a ghost. What kind of deck does Thomas play? It is Blaziken Dragapult. All right, doing some quick maths. Blaziken comes into play. There is Ultra Ball in the hand as well. That could become a Dragapult here. I mean, KOing the active Monkey Dory is pretty nice. Can Thomas KO both Monkey Dories here? That would be a really, really good turn here from Thomas. If Thomas can KO both Monkey Dories, that'd be insanely good. I'm not sure if it's going to be possible. We need, like... We have the Blaziken to recover an energy here. But we need another energy as well. Okay. Okay, Ultra Ball's coming out. Do we even need to play the Secret Box? Did we just gain nothing from Secret Box? Oh, are we candying Blaziken and then Ultra Balling for the Dragapult? Is that how we're getting there? Oh, this would work. Candy Blaziken, Ultra Ball for Pult, and that gets us both energy. Then we KO both Monkey Dories this turn. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good turn for Thomas. As long as I think we have the Fire and the Dark Energy in the discard pile as well. That's pretty good for Thomas. Appreciate the 3 months there, Zenzi. Then Monkey Dory 3 from the Blaziken to the... Oh, KO the Frost. Okay, this is actually way better. KOing Frostlass is definitely way better from Thomas. I was obsessed with KOing double Monkey Dory, but this is definitely the play. This makes things pretty awkward for Mike. All right, Mike is still not in a terrible spot. Get a bunch of Monkey Dories on the bench, start punching with Grimmsnarls, can still build up towards a TM Devo play. There's still going to be, like, Thomas is still going to have to punch and build up damage and play for Mike to be able to work with. So, definitely not a terrible situation for Mike. But it would have been pretty nice if Mike had been able to attack with Grimmsnarl last turn, I'm not going to lie. Which, honestly, Mike could have kind of done. I keep going back to that last turn. I feel like Mike could have... Yeah, I feel like there was a better play there from Mike, to be honest. All right, we'll see how this plays out from here. Just like punch with Grimmsnarl on that last turn. Also, Mike plays Iron Bundle and could have gone like Spikemuth for Grimmsnarl and then Artisan. Instead of getting Artisan for second Monkey Dory, you could have attached an active Monkey Dory and then Artisan for Iron Bundle, push Purdue to the bench, take a knockout plus spread 30. Like, that would have been, I feel like, a way better turn from Mike. All right, Counter Catcher on a Blaziken here. I guess it could be hard to move the Blaziken this turn. It does have 2 retreat cost. Wanted to bring up the one with the combustion, which makes sense. It does set up better for a TM Devo play. Now we go into the Spikemuth to get the Grimmsnarl. Should have plenty of energy in the deck to accelerate to it. A couple extra energy in there still as well for Monkey Dories. But yeah, it's definitely setting up for some kind of TM Devo angle at this point. A Cornerstone would be nice here for Grim. I mean, not really. Dragapult just punches through Cornerstone. And Thomas discarded Balloon. Yeah, Thomas did discard the Balloon. That's a good point. So mobility might be lacking for Thomas next turn. If this gets stuck in the active here this turn, I'm not sure about benching the Iron Bundle. It almost seems like more of a liability than a Card you're definitely going to be able to get value out of. Okay, another Monkey Dory found there for Mike. That's nice. Another Grimmsnarl as well. Oh, did it accelerate that extra energy to the bench Grimmsnarl? I guess Mike does play the energy switch, though. Only one energy left in the deck. So that third Monkey Dory can't quite be set up yet, but... Monkey Dory's the 10 over to the Blaziken. I wouldn't hate to see this Monkey Dory get benched because trying to find it in the future might be pretty tough. I was thinking about playing this Buddy Poffin as well. Go ahead and burns it. He's technically supposed to shuffle the deck. We'll see if the judges force him to. The deck was already random, but we're good. I would probably bench the Monkey Dory here just because finding it could be tough later on. And there's the punch. 180-30. Over to Thomas now. Can Thomas move the active is kind of the question here. Air Balloon was discarded. I don't know how many energy are in the discard pile. The deck does play a decent amount of energy. Goes into Loke first. Oh, I think does play Turo. So Turo would have been a find here. Has boss and... This actually might get stuck. This getting stuck here would be huge. There's the attach active. Does want to force Mike to do something. But now Mike could bring up the other Blaziken and then punch that one and then trap that one, I feel like. Thomas will eventually find that Turo, though, which would get him out of that situation. I think maybe drew the Turo there as well, or has already played Iono, of course. I think also drew Palpad. But saving the Palpad for the Turo seems pretty good. We'll see. There's Palpad. Maybe no Turo in the hand, actually. Does go for the Palpad play. Which this does shuffle the deck from the cards that just went to the bottom of the deck, so now finding Turo is going to be a little bit harder. Also Turo in hand. Was it in the hand? There's very little left in the deck. Can Blaziken attach to active? It can, yes. I don't know if there's an energy in the discard pile, though, to retreat this active Blaziken. He's got an energy in discard. Oh, does he? Oh, okay, then we're kind of chilling. Oh, there is one. Okay. I guess the question here for Thomas actually is just what do you attack with? He's going back into the Dragapult. Does have a Monkey Dory to get value out of as well. I don't know where this damage goes. I guess maybe you... Honestly, I would put it on the Iron Bundle. Yeah, I would just threaten the Iron Bundle here. I guess I wouldn't overly threaten it. Well, no, I think maybe would I just put 9 on the Iron Bundle here? Because then you force the Iron Bundle to get used. Oh, no, I would definitely do that. Yeah, I think it's a misplay from Thomas. Well, no, is this? You can get triple Monkey Doried and get all that healed off. You get double Monkey Doried, heal off 6. Maybe it's not that bad of a play here from Thomas. It's maybe fine. I'm actually curious to see what Mike does. You could punch the active and KO the Dracula off the bench, I guess. I search for an energy, I assume, to set up the third Monkey Dory. Wait. Don't we have a Monkey Dory in hand? Don't we need Dark Energy? We have Super Rod and Night Stretcher. Or, yeah, okay. We have Super Rod. Okay, we got Ionoed. We have Super Rod plus Energy Search, excuse me. I panicked for a second. I did panic for a second. I was like, oh, wait, can we actually do this? But we have Super Rod Energy Switch. Or Energy Search, excuse me. We should be fine. So we can go like Ursaluna Dark or something like that. Yeah, I really hate the Iron Bundle. I really do not like the Iron Bundle bench from Mike. I think Mike definitely misplayed by benching Iron Bundle. For sure. And I think Thomas could have taken advantage of that by like stacking up more damage on the... Well, I don't know. Does that even make any sense? Carrying the Monkey Dory is always just better. Maybe Thomas's play is still better to just like pressure the Monkey Dory. I think Mike plays 2 Devos. He does, yeah. He does play double Devo. I guess you could Devo this turn, couldn't you? You could triple Monkey Dory. You could triple Monkey Dory the active plus Devo. And that resets the Dracloak and KOs a Blaziken and KOs a Dragapult. Is that worth it here? That doesn't seem bad. Oh, he's going to set up for a later Devo play, though. He's going deep into the Devo angle. Punch 30. Yeah, he's fully committed to playing for Devo here. I don't even know if the Turo would be that good from Thomas. What would you even Turo here? Yeah, this is still very winnable for Mike, actually. Yikes. What is the play here from Thomas? I mean, you got to KO the active. You're going to draw 2 prize cards. How do you get the last 2 prize cards here as Thomas, though? I don't know how we're drawing our last 2 prize cards because the Devo is such a big threat next turn. That's tough. It's tough. I see a Turo Badoo set up another monkey. Turo Badoo set up another monkey would be pretty good, yeah. You KO the... Oh, you don't leave any damage on the other side. Yeah, because you'd be able to make it so you don't leave damage on the other side to work with, because you could KO the active plus double monkey and then KO a monkey. Yeah, Turo plus second monkey would have been huge here. But I don't even know if... It doesn't seem like it's available, though. You can guarantee Loke survives. Can you? You heal 30 off the Loke? And then go 2-2. No, you can't. Loke will always die, right? Or wait, you can go 1-1-1-2. Oh, no, maybe you can guarantee the Loke survives, actually. I think you're right. But it looks like Thomas is actually healing the Blaziken, which is definitely... Yeah, you could heal 30 off the Loke. And then with your Dragapult spread, you can go 2-1-1-1-1, right? He can KO with Blaziken to not leave damage. Oh, also true. He could KO with Blaziken to not leave damage. Yeah, you could just retreat and attack with Blaziken here. Good point. That was definitely a better play than this as well, right? Because now Mike has the TM Devo play. Wait, does he? Yeah, Mike has TM Devo play on board. He can go 3-2-2. And KO. Double... He can KO double Dragapult line, double Blaziken line. Yeah, it was definitely a mistake here. Yeah, Thomas should have definitely attacked with Blaziken here. You had to, like, not leave damage on Mike's side of the field. Leaving damage for Mike to work with is definitely a misplay. Mike still would have still been in the game if Thomas had made the better play, but Thomas wouldn't be in as bad of a spot. Thomas is about to be in a terrible spot going to this next turn. Mike has counter catcher, energy switch, research. There we go. 3 to the chicken. Now we need 2 of the 2s to end up on the Drakloke. That's 1. Shh, the board wipes in. But yeah, Thomas had a play. Thomas could have played around it. Would the Loke survive it? Had 1 extra damage on it from the last monkey? Oh, we're saving the... Oh, we don't even have to move. Dude, I'm an idiot. Dreepy has only 70 HP. Yeah, Dreepy's already dead. We actually could have saved more damage there as Mike. You could have just moved 1. So I think it's a misplay from Mike, actually. Mike could have moved 1 less damage over there. Instead of moving 2, just move 1. And then have 1 more damage to work with going into the next turn. Would the Loke survive it? Had 1 extra damage from the... Move 3, 1... Oh, yeah, if they attack with Blaziken, yeah. Oh, no, yeah. If the Blaziken attack happened, there's never enough damage for Mike to work with. That was the big mistake here from Thomas. All Thomas had to do was not... All Thomas had to do was attack with Blaziken there. Okay, trying to get reset up here. Here comes the Super Rod. Badoo into the active with an energy. I think Mike has game on board. You just double Monkey Dory 3 to the Badoo. And then KO whatever comes to the active after that. I don't think there's a win condition here for Thomas. I don't know if Thomas realizes that. I guess no, you could get Fez. So if the Badoo dies, you push Fez in the active. You have to find Fez. Is Thomas not just scoop on the spot here? I think it is winnable for Thomas. It's just very unlikely. Or just bundle. Oh, true. What the heck? Mike plays bundle. Yeah, I guess no, the game is just over on spot. Yeah, because the bundle. There's an Iono. Yeah, because the bundle always just wins the game here, yeah. So Thomas should just scoop and just save time. It is possible Mike throws. All right, there's a concede anyways. Yeah, I guess there was nothing to draw off of that because of the bundle on play. True. So I guess the bundle did end up working out here for Mike as the end win condition. The TM Devo comeback. Honestly, yeah, a couple misplays on both. Like Mike made the mistake early on. I think Mike made some mistakes early on. And then, yeah, that was a huge mistake there. We can go back and look at that turn there and break that down here from Thomas. Honestly, could Thomas have just been attacking with Blaziken? No. I guess the Grim always has damage in play, so it's fine to attack with Dragapult that turn. But this is the turn where you're scared of TM Devo here as Thomas. So to play around TM Devo, if Thomas just went heal 30 off the Dracloak, move it to the active Grimmsnarl, retreat to Blaziken, attack with Blaziken, you leave no damage in play on Mike's side of the field, which Mike can still win from that situation. Like, Mike doesn't just lose if Thomas makes the right play, but Thomas just loses if Mike has TM Devo. And it's very obvious that Mike is playing for TM Devo with how he's played this game so far. So that should be super apparent to Thomas. But Thomas just tunnel visioned thinking he had to attack with Dragapult here, which I don't think he did. I think he had plenty of energy in the discard pile and could have attacked with Blaziken this turn. So definitely a mistake there from Thomas. Is he playing Grim no Frostlass? No, he has Frostlass. In this game, he set it up as well. It just died. All right, game 2. Let's take a look at these prize cards. Nothing crazy on either side. Pretty fine. Thomas choosing second. Dude, I hate Grimmsnarl players, bro. They always have the Poffin going first. It's unreasonable. It is so unreasonable. They play 2 Buddy Poffin, bro. They play 2. So tilting. If Thomas did save the Loke, how can he set up a new Paul without Blaziken? Well, he had 2 Blazikens in play. And one of them would survive. One would die, one would survive. Poffin turn 1 and still lose the Grim Classic. That's all you need, baby. I guess they have 3, right? They have 2 Poffin and they have the Secret Box. Sure. But they always have the Poffin. They always have the Poffin. Wait, no, that's what I'm mad about. I'm mad about them always having Poffin. Just absurd. All right. We do start here once again for Thomas, then the Ultra Ball. I do see a Torchic. We're popping the Ultra Ball for a Dreepy here. So, decent start here for Thomas. Nothing crazy yet. I never thought I'd see Mike on the Pokemon stream. He actually won the Season 7 Rocket League World Championships with Team Vitality as a coach. Wait, actually? That's sick. He also casts. He casts on Europe. Chat, where can I find the Team Rocket Arbok deck list? It's in the Discord. Okay. Dreepy, Torchic into the Iono here for Thomas. So far looking very similar to game 1 on both sides, actually. Actually, this is like a mirror of game 1, except we're gonna have a little bit more here for Thomas as we find another Buddy Poffin here. So a little bit more powerful of a turn than game 1. Dreepy and Torchic on the way. I wonder, is it like a 3? Is there 3 Torchics? What's the prizes? Yeah, nothing crazy. Prize one of the TM Devos. We got 2. Vessel for Psychic Fire. Azul would win this tournament with 6 Dracloak, 3 Neo meta. True. Honestly, it would be interesting to like if someone could play a Dragapult deck and they could play 4 Neo Upper Energy and like a 6/6 Dragapult line. Like, I wonder how much of an advantage they actually have. Like, they obviously have a higher chance of winning the tournament than anyone else in the tournament, but, like, how much higher? Like, if you simulate the tournament 100 times, how often does that player win the tournament? If they just had, like, some, like, egregious, like, card counts or something like that. Like, if you could just play some egregious counts of cards, how many out of 100 simulations would they win? Ooh. Not ridiculously strong here from Mike. Just evolve to Morgan, bench Monkey Dory, pass. All right, over to Thomas now. Immediately into the Spike Month to do a little prize checking or a deck shuffle. Is eyeing up the secret box. Honestly, replacing the Spike Month this turn is probably a pretty big deal for Thomas to potentially stop a Grimmsnarl next turn. Does have the Arvid in hand. The hand besides that, though, is... Oh, we might actually be TM Evo in here from Thomas. You would like to keep up the item lock if possible, but we might have to break item lock here to actually play the game. We'll see. Or if you could play as many ace picks as you wanted. Yeah, just like add some like crazy... yeah, some lack of limitation to a deck. And then just, I would be curious to see how they... You have to come up with something. Like, there still has to be some amount of limitation, but like, yeah, like that would be like a good one. Would be like, you can play as many ace specs as you want or something like that. Okay, so we are breaking the Badoo lock here as Thomas. We TM Evil with the Torchic. Oh, didn't play the Artisan. I actually don't like that from Thomas. It was a Grimmsnarl top deck anyways from Mike. Or did we Spike Month for a Grimmsnarl last turn anyways, and we didn't really care about it this time. I actually don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I wonder if we'll see Mike go for an attack this turn, or are we just going to try and set up with an Evo this turn? I kind of like the idea of attacking this turn with a Grimmsnarl. Punch the actives, put 30 on the bench. It would be nice to get Frostlass set up, of course, but for the current hand, we definitely need to play the Secret Box. Question is, how far do we go, I guess? We have second team Evo in hand. We need to find an energy. Thinking about giving up. Well, I think we're gonna keep the counter catcher, I guess. One person at the event can play expanded format. Well, if they get to play expanded, I think they always win. Like, if you get to play expanded, I think, yeah, you should always win. Not always win the tournament, but you should almost always win the tournament. That's an insane advantage. Like that, see, I think that's better than being able to play one of every ace spec. Being able to just play with expanded cards. So it looks like it is a TM Evo angle here from Mike. Gonna get a Frostlass and a Morgrim. Getting a couple extra energy, or getting an extra energy here from the Grimmsnarl, because Mike does play the E-Switch. Taking a look at the hand one last time before committing to the TM Evo. I wouldn't attach the air balloon yet if I was Mike. I would just wait. Because it is possible Thomas does not KO your active Monkey Dory next turn, then you might want to put the air balloon on the active Monkey Dory to save the energy on the Monkey Dory. Yeah, so I don't love this air balloon attach here from Mike. I think Mike should wait on the air balloon attach. You'd probably rather prefer to have the mobility around just in case of something like... If you get Iono next turn, the air balloon just goes back to the deck, you'd probably prefer it being in the deck again. All right, over to Thomas. 15 minutes left. Still plenty of time for Thomas to win this game. Obviously, if Thomas doesn't win the game, Mike wins the match. So, gives up the Artisan here. At this point, I don't hate giving up the Artisan from Thomas. Because now Mike is already pretty established with the Grimmsnarls. The only reason to put Artisan in play last turn would have been to prevent a Grimmsnarl coming into play on that last turn. But now that Grimmsnarl is already set up and in play, it's kind of like whatever. I don't want Mike to be able to find more Monkey Dories, and I don't need to find more evolutions myself as Thomas. Air balloon to the Blaziken, and then there's the research. So we don't have an attack with Dragapult quite yet here for Thomas, but we're going to see a lot of cards. There's Dragapult. We have double Dracloak to work with. There's a Fire Energy on the active Torchic. I don't know if we have an energy in the discard pile right now. We could also just run to Badoo this turn as Thomas and just Badoo for a turn to... Well, actually, honestly, that does not sound great. We would like to attack this turn, I think, as Thomas, for sure. We could run to Badoo, though. It's a dark energy. That is not a psychic energy. So I don't know if Thomas has an attack this turn. Down a psychic from box. Oh, so we need to draw into a psychic or a fire here. Oh, but we could just do 70, 80. I guess we don't quite KO the active, though. There's the hard retreat into the Dragapult. Celebrates the fire. Okay, we have Night Switcher for the psychic. Okay, that works. We have Monkey Dory in hand, but I probably wouldn't bench it. We don't want it to like just build up extra damage from the Frost Blast for no reason. The only thing would be if it gets Ionoed. KO on the Monkey Dory, and then 6 on the bench Monkey Dory. And damage gets stacked up once again from the Frost Blast. All right, over to Mike. Night Switcher in hand. That can recover a Monkey Dory, which it probably will. Or the Dark Energy, actually. Goes for the Dark Energy instead. Oh, that actually might be higher value, to be honest. Maybe that does make sense. Mike's actually in a pretty good spot here. Mike can KO that Dracloak off the bench. Here comes a Buddy Poffin from Mike. I'm assuming he's not going to grab any. Oh, Mike grabbed the Snow Run? Do we want to put another Snow Run in play? That seems kind of awkward. I feel like if Thomas is not KOing... I feel like if Thomas is KOing your Frost Blast the next turn, you're kind of okay with that. Not sure what they're figuring out. I don't love the Snow Run bench, but it might be correct. I actually don't know. I don't love it, though. I definitely don't love it, but I don't know if it's incorrect. Mike goes for it, though. There's a threat that your Frost Blast gets KO'd next turn. So this would, like, keep the threat of Frost Blast in play. But I don't know if we care about that for this current situation, because Mike's going to KO the Dracloak off the bench and then be threatening the 2-hit on the active Dragapult, which I feel like already puts Mike in a really, really good spot. I don't know. Devo, counter catcher. Ooh, is Devo ever good here? How many rare candies have been used? 1? Has counter catcher as well, which could be played. But I think punching the active is what you want to punch. Nest Ball comes out for a Monkey Dory. I don't love putting the Monkey Dory in play just for it to build up more Frost Blast damage. But it might be correct. Especially if we have E-Switch in hand, but I don't think there is the E-Switch in hand. No, not quite. I mean, there's a good chance we get Iono next turn. If we don't use this Nest Ball, then we want to have the Nest Ball. But yeah, there's the 30 to the bench Dracloak. Then the retreat into Grimmsnarl, which will 180 to the active. Sets up that 2-hit or a potential TM Devo later on. And then we're going to KO that Dracloak off the bench. And the Dracloak will get KO'd by the Frost Blast damage in between turns, which means no Fez draw. Mike needs to load up the damage on his side of the field. 3-6 or 3-6-1, I guess. 11 minutes left. Monkey Dory getting established from Thomas. Going to be able to start to pick up the Monkey Dories on the bench from Mike. Not going to be able to get both this turn. But... and immediately goes for the boss, actually, on the Frost Lass. So he's going after the Frost Lass here. I don't know, but the Grimmsnarl... see, I don't even know if this is that good. Like... we're so far away from getting through, like, the problem with this situation for Thomas is we're, like, so far away from getting through these Grimmsnarls of Mike. Like, I don't know. It doesn't feel like there's a great play no matter what here from Thomas, I guess, but this doesn't feel good. It feels kind of mid. Because even though you get to remove the Frost Blast from play of Mike's, and I assume KO the Monkey Dory off the bench as well that has 6. Mike is okay, cool, KO your only Dragapult in play. And it's like, oh, that does kind of suck. And then the Grimmsnarl is still full HP as well. I mean, you definitely KO this monkey. You don't leave the Monkey Dory. The Monkey Dory's got to go. So you have 4 left. I think you put the other 4 on the other Monkey Dory just so you... well, no, your thing's not going to survive. Puts the 4 on the Frost Lash. Sure. I don't know where the damage should go. I'm not going to lie. All right, over to Mike. Has TM Devo, but I don't think I ever TM Devo in here. The question, I guess, for Mike would honestly just be... do you ever try and, like, go for it? I think you just, like, brute force your way through the active, though. I think you just, like, KO the active this turn. You just play to win the game in a couple turns here, to be honest. He's checking for the combustion. You could go for a TM Devo line, but I think just KOing the active here makes the most sense. Maybe pressure Grimshaw instead with the damage counters for Blood Moon KO. I don't think he plays Blood Moon. Did you see Alberto's tweet? No. You appreciate the 3 months there, Colby. What's up, Azul? Just made some eggs in the honor of the morning stream. Plus chicken deck. Appreciate the 3 months. Appreciate the 7 months there, Duncan. What was Alberto's tweet? After the traditional 8 rounds of Swiss on day 1, the first round of day 2 will also be played today, right after the day 1 cut is made. So they are going to play, they're going to play 9 rounds on day 1, but one of the rounds will be from day 2. Oh, so they're not actually moving around to day 2, or they're still playing. So like the thing that me and Chip talked about where like day 1 would be a lot shorter because they're moving around from day 1 to day 2. They're actually playing a day 2 round in day 1. So it's kind of like how they've done it in the past, but interesting. So they just want to play 9 rounds day 1. So they still want to play 9 rounds day 1. That's how they want the time to be broken down. Top cut today? No. They're just playing. So they're going to be playing 9 rounds. They're going to be playing all phase 1 rounds. They're going to play 8 phase 1 rounds today, 1 phase 2 round today, then 5 phase 2 rounds tomorrow with top cut. Interesting. So they're playing all. So it's instead of thinking about it as days, it's just phases. So they're playing phase 1. They're playing phase 1, all of phase 1 today, plus 1 round of phase 2. And then tomorrow they play the rest of phase 2 plus top cut. I wonder if they do the same if we have 9 phase 2 rounds due to the kicker. You mean 9 phase 1 rounds? Yeah, that'd be interesting, PJ. Actually, I'm not sure how they would tackle that then. If they're trying to like specifically play 9 rounds day 1 or in the first day or not. You appreciate the prime sub there, Try. Welcome to the Rat Pack. That is a good question though. Yeah. Are they are they just trying to like have only 9 rounds day 1, or would they play 10 rounds day 1 possibly? I would assume that they wouldn't, but Mind Bend angle? I don't know. It's not even that good, right? There's second Grimstar on the bench. But it would be something, I guess. I assume it's 19 match points to get into phase 2, or would it be 19? It's X2-1, 8 rounds, so 5-2-1, 16. Phase 1 to phase 2 is always X2-1. The question is just how many phase 1 rounds are there? And it's gonna be 8 phase 1 rounds for pretty much every single tournament this year. So it's always 5-1. Except for maybe NAIC, UIC. Our super odd search out here for Thomas. But you're definitely not having that strong of a turn here from Thomas. Mike only has 2 prize cards left as well. And a lot of damage to work with on the board with Monkey Dories. I don't know why they push Monkey Dory. Didn't understand that. It has to be for a Mind Bend play. I mean, if you do Mind Bend the active here, well, they had Air Balloon on the chicken, right? Why? Yeah, why wouldn't you just push the chicken, right? Yeah, I guess there's some mistake there from Thomas. Maybe he's committed to the Mind Bend. If you Mind Bend this Grimmsnarl, and then Mike has to hard retreat it, you could gust it next turn and then trap it in the active, I guess. Maybe that's the line that Thomas is thinking about playing for here. The hand is 2 Countercatcher and a Rare Candy. So the hand sucks here for Thomas. But yeah, it's going to have to be the Mind Bend, I think. It's a Dark Energy on there. Actually, he's going for the Countercatcher instead. Countercatcher up the Frostlass. Try and trap it. I don't know if that's going to stick. Five minutes left, so plenty of time to finish this game. Starts to load up the Dreepy on the bench. Has Candy in hand. Could top deck Dragapult and then have Candy Dragapult and start swinging next turn. This might be enough for Thomas. You're kind of playing for the top deck Dragapult here. You going for Knock on Frost? Apparently not, no. Although, I guess there's not enough damage built up on play for the Monkey Dory to KO it anyways, though. Oh, no, there was, actually. Yeah, there was. But, yeah, I don't think you could go for it. I don't think you can go for that here as Thomas. But could you? I actually don't know. Stretcher in hand, no. No, Thomas's hand is Countercatcher Rare Candy. E-switch top deck from Mike is pretty good. The Frostlass will be guaranteed to move, but could we even do more? Actually, does Mike just win the game? I think Mike just wins the game, right? Yeah, that is his game. Move 6 over to the Dreepy. E-switch to the active. Retreat into Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl, KO active. KO Dreepy. And with the Grimmsnarl, Mike Ellis moves on to 6-0, which locks up day 2 for him. 6-0 for Mike. Wait, only 2 more? Wait, that means there's going to be 3 more rounds of Swiss, I guess, then.